But he's the one created again this world. He's the one create this thinking. He's the one create to make someone to think. He's the one created to make it that you can question it. So for me, still like this preaching, I'm not satisfied with it 100% because he's the one also put that that image in him to that he can question it. Then in this case, if you are the one who was putting it, and then this come back to you, then why are you still making it that a trouble again? If you create, like we say, you look at it. Sometimes we used to look at like a documentary, right? Okay. Those scientists, they're trying to experiment something. You understand? Mm. Like chemicals, and then this chemical now it be too much until they cannot control it. You understand? Then this chemical return back to them and then affecting them because now they something mistake have been happening there and they cannot control it. You understand? Then in this case, it's like I mean you are the one who was creating, and these things now if we come there now something out of the experiment you was doing it, things happening there. So I mean the whole things you are the one started it. Then I mean you cannot then again go complain. You say look at this chemical happen like this. Oh shit, this is not my fault. This is the chemical itself fault, and you are the one who was creating that.
So that's not. There's no. I understand what you're trying to say, but that's not an excuse why he shouldn't bow down. You know what I mean? He just feel arrogant to say because when he watched Adam, he feel like he's a kind of, you know what I mean? He look at Adam like, how can this human being be better than me? Or why should I bow down to him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that kind of feeling, thinking like that.
Yeah.
That's what, you know, caused this discussion between him and God, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't even see why, you know what I mean? For me, that's what I'm saying, disobedience, you know what I mean? But that's another question because he's God, he's created from God too, you know?
Yeah.
And if I feel like he can challenge God, because like you said, God put him in a position too.
Yeah.
That, you know, he never put no angels.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why that arrogance starts.
Yeah.
You know, because when God put me in a position, you know, this proudness to say that I'll start to be boss now, you know.
Yeah.
And you create somebody new and you feel like I'm better than this person.
Yeah.
That's the problem that is going on in this world too.
Yeah.
You know, because that problem too is in us human being too.
Yeah.
And it's when we have power, we start to be proud and think that we're better than another human being.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and material comes in the picture too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is affecting this whole world. You know what I mean? We think we're better than somebody else.
Yeah.
While we are the same, at the end of the day, we are still human beings. You know, while we're supposed to show love in one another and help one another.
Yeah.
So this world could be a better place, but how this world look like now, people material is involved here. People think they are better because of position, money.
Yeah.
Of course, this world, you know, people is like everybody's for their own, you know. So this how this world is going on.
To be honest, that I agree with you because, as I say, I agree with you in that because this life we are living, maybe for many years, was much more better than compared today.
True.
And then always the problem will be when, as you say, when we start to grow, and then we think now we are the one making ourselves. You understand?
True.
So then, you know, let me try put this down because now we are recording. I'm very sorry. Because I forgot to put the telephone, the sound down. Yeah, so that I agree. But the thing is like still now, you know, it's because of this Satan, problems, which give us also the punishment
Yeah,
too.
of course.
You understand?
Sure.
So that's why I'm just trying to say, then maybe the life is supposed to be in this way, so that we should suffer. But for me, the sad things, what I concentrate myself, like most of the time, like people who suffer is the low one, like economical, education and so on and so on. So they are the one are more suffering. Then the one might be high educated and get a lot of money, superpowers, and I don't know how their life look, if they are satisfied with their life. But it's like when I'm just thinking logically, like, if any economy is not good, I don't think then people are happy if they can get happiness there. When the economy is not good, because you talk about food, you talk about things of living and so on. So when the economy is too bad, of course the person will try to survive, to be making himself happy, but it will be really tough.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
You understand?
Because as a human being, we are human beings. We need stuff. We need to take care of ourselves. What happens if we can't afford those kind of stuff? Of course we're gonna be dissatisfied. So this is what it look like right now. Most of us are. If I say all of us, maybe most. If I say most, because some who are the few that are rich, they living good.
Yeah.
Even though they have their own problems still, but most of us are dissatisfied because still there are certain things we're supposed to be having that we still can't afford. In this world, it looks like right now.
Yeah.
But the rich are benefiting from us still.
Yeah.
So that's how this world work. Because that's why when we talk about all this, that's the effect of this world too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then again, what sometimes I don't understand is that some people is like all your life you just like suffering until end of the day. You just suffering. And some other people, like the economy is good all their life until end of the life. Then it's like in this between those two. Then this one now, it's like what is the meaning of life? When you come, you just suffer all of your life until you return back. You understand? And then the other one come, and he had no economy problem, because everything in life is about economy we talk about. And then he have no economic problem all of his life. Because when the economy is good, think when you are sick, you don't need to to go beg to then to get some money, then to buy the drug, medicine, and so you go direct to the hospital, and then you pay what you can pay, and they heal you, or they give you medicine. But some people they cannot even afford to have something to go and to the hospital, because they don't have, they cannot afford.
True.
Some of them die because of they couldn't get the help. You understand? So I used to think this, for me it's very sad, because then it's like that person, you live all your life in that way, until end of the day. Okay, I used to hear other preaching, because when you suffer here, now when you die, then it's there. But these things, for me, I rather that also, I should live like economy, no problem. You understand? Why not? If my economy also is good, rest of my life, everything is good, So, I mean, no one hates that. And what is wrong with that too? So that's why sometimes I can understand maybe to cool those people who are so poor, suffering, maybe to cool them to say, you suffer here, but when you pass away or you die there, everything will be cool. You understand? You know, that's why I used to, how do you know that?
Exactly, it's true, for me, I don't even...
You tell him paradise is there, how do you know that?
It's true,
And do you know some of them, you cannot even question in there. When you are asking that like this, now what I told you about between God and Iblis, when you ask in some other preachers, how do you know that? If there is a paradise or there is a hell, they will take it down too much.
Yeah.
Like you are denying God. You know, some of them, they can even insult you.
Yeah, but man,
just because you asking.
That's the thing of, a lot of preachers out there, what I'm saying? If you, as long as, most of some preachers, they're full with money, so they can say to, they are some of the people too who are manipulating us too, manipulating people,
Yeah, through the religion.
To believe, just as you said, to believe that paradise, when you die, you're going to go to paradise anyway, so don't care.
Yeah.
Don't, just believe
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But even God himself, tell you that if you really love yourself now,
yeah,
you have to strive for yourself, try to fight for yourself, try to believe in yourself, to make something out of yourself.
You see? Yeah.
So no preachers to talk. That's why, you see, if somebody talk like that, you don't even believe in God. I think it's just like, this is bullshit, for saying to feel a human being like that.
Mister, do you know how many millions talking like that?
I'm telling you.
Most of those preachers, you go anywhere to mosque or church, whatever, they always talk about hell. They always talk about paradise. They always talk this, that, this, that. I used to say, I'm not interested with that.
Yeah,
let me just be good and do good for myself, and if I can afford capability to help other one, I help.
Exactly.
But like this one, the hell and there's the paradise, and so let me have the paradise here. Then I know also when I die, I will get the paradise. But I have in hell here, and you telling me here when I die, I get the paradise. How do you know that?
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? While they are living good.
While they are living good.
They driving big cars, living in big home.
I mean, it leaks home and all this. And then they telling you, no problem, you suffer here, but no problem. When you die, you go to paradise.
Well, so this is the core. This is what you see. This is how they use people.
This is used for me. This is brainwashing.
Brainwash people. Just this is wickedness. These are people. Their spirit. God is gonna crush their spirit. Because to misuse the God's words.
Yeah.
If you want to be a teacher, what I'm saying, you either teach the right way or don't even preach at all. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you're gonna use it in a negative way. But like you said, how this world is, people do anything now to worship the devil, to get money. They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because they know that it's the devil paying them money, and
That's
the
right.
devil have the money.
Yeah.
So because then it's the devil control this world.
Yeah.
So that's why they obey the devil.
Yeah.
So to have money to live good.
For me, mister, that's why, let me tell you something. Me, I used to say, this preaching, telling you this and that, preaching here, there. You understand?
Yeah.
Me, I believe that you to be good and then do good.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
But about this, when you die, you go to hell. When you die, you go to paradise. Me, I always, when I started listening that, it's like I get boring, I get fed up. I will even want to go from there because the manipulation starts from there.
True.
I used to say, hey, why are you talking about death? We are not there yet.
Exactly.
Why we don't talk about the life how we can live here, survive here, and help each other here?
Yeah.
Why telling me about death, dead, and we are not reaching there yet?
Exactly. It's true.
You understand?
That's true.
What is important now is in
Is
this
the
life,
now,
when
yeah.
we are alive now, how we can survive here.
Yeah.
That's what for me is important. That is the step number one. But why jump into step and end of the step? You leave all those steps here
You
before.
know, if somebody in the church, come with their problems, to come to the pastor with their real problem and say, I'm having this kind of problem. How can you help me? How I can solve my problem or how I can live? Do you know that's gonna be take all of? They're gonna find that it's too difficult. You know what I mean? So that's why they start to say, you know what? God is there for you. So they instead for them to help
Him, he is not there for you.
You see,
God is there
for you. So that's the problem.
But himself, he taking himself out of God in that case.
Of course.
Otherwise, himself is God creating. He should be there for you too.
Musa, the people, I feel like, the way they use God, it's just to misuse people, fool people, and because still Musa, a lot of people go to the church still, but still don't even understand the meaning, how to have God in their heart,
That's right.
To feel the spirit, to say, this is how I'm supposed to feel to be strong,
Yes.
People still understand, and they go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. I mean, to church, to mosque, to anywhere. I mean, that's what I used to say. I say, you see, I tell you, God have to be inside yourself.
Exactly.
And then,
that's true.
when God is inside yourself, and when you understand God is inside yourself, then that means you understand that everywhere you go with God.
Definitely.
When you go to the church, you are going with God from your home to the church. When you leave the church, God is following you because He is inside you. Exactly. You're coming back to your home.
That's why.
But they think that only when they go to the church is the time they will meet God. Because the preacher is telling you, come here. God is only here.
True.
Leave your home, come here. Because when you go there, it's the time they say, anything you have now, you have to put it here also.
True. Which is true.
Bring what you have here, because God is here. And God is inside yourself.
Exactly.
And the evil is inside yourself.
Most definitely. That's true.
You understand?
So that's
the evil is not like in the sky there, or when you die you meet the evil.
Yeah.
The hell itself is here.
Exactly.
The paradise itself is here.
You know what I'm saying?
But they're confusing the whole thing. They destroy the nature, and then they're talking about hell. Of course, when you destroy the nature, then it's a hell there. It will be.
Most definitely.
And that's why now it will be hell. So when we get hell, and we get a hell, and then it's the time they will overpower us again, as I used to say.
Yeah,
Because when you get a hell, then you confuse, you are so frustrated, you don't know what to do. They put all the confusion on your head. You put something in your head which you cannot carry. They confuse you. They frustrate you. You can't even insulate yourself because of the system.
Of course, it's true.
You see, then they have to use everything. They can use money. They can use the religions. They can use anything, and they can use the evil-minded, the evil ideology.
True, but that's true what you're saying, because that's what's going on in this world.
I tell you that God created you. God created me. He created every person. It's not this one who preach or whatever, who tell him like he's better. He's not the one who created you. It's God who created every person. And God created every person and make all people, everyone is equal. No one better than the other. If you think if you are better than the other, then go ask the one who created you if you are better than the rest.
That's why I like what Bob Marley said. Is a position make you rich?
Yeah, you know.
Because people think always I'm a higher position. That's why they start to.
But the other game is that of course now if I have been trying, as I told you, they try, to overpower you through have more knowledge than for themselves, and then eliminate your idea, your brain, so that you don't have knowledge as much as they are. You can never come to that level. They manipulate you through talk about God, talk about the hell, talk about all the bad angels and good or whatever here and there. You see, all this is just all the time to try to overpower you.
Of course.
And they are also, they put you in the side there, because then you have to follow them. Oh, then you're scaring. Oh, I have to come to you. It's like if I come to you, I know through you I can. They used to say through them, then you can reach God. Why then I didn't go through you that I can be created? Why if you go to if I was not went through you before I be created, why should I go through you before I meeting God?
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
And this meeting God is inside you yourself anyhow. You don't need to run away to go to Makkah or Medina, or to go to the church, or to God to meet God, because God is inside yourself.
So that's the problem, you know. You see, this is things like this. You see what you said? This is a true fact, you know what I'm saying? But it is this. If all the people understand that, you know, because people think that unless if a pastor have have a church, and a lot of people are, this is a problem too in this world. We follow people too much, you know what I mean? This world is built about, people following each other, you know what I mean? So sometimes too, most of us follow the devil, and we don't even know who is the devil.
Yeah, we didn't know even it's the devil.
Exactly.
Because the devil is more confused to tell you he is the God.
Because like you said, he played nice. The devil played nice all the time to say that he's nice. He
play nice. If you wake up, then he play tough. if you wake up again, then he say, I'm the devil now. Now it's by force. You do what I tell you to do, or you die.
You die, you know what I mean?
Then you have no option.
I'll tell you. Really.
He used that now, the power, because the knowledge, the power. I mean, like a money, power, knowledge, everything is like calculated. And he know what to use, and then to always to put you down, to overpower you.
Of course, that's why tactics and tricks, you know what I'm saying?
So that's why I'm telling you, be good and do good, and have love for love yourself,
exactly.
And love your family, and then love the rest also.
Yeah, learn to share love too.
Learn to share love.
Yeah.
You see. So for me, this is what you have to do first before you try anything else.
True, because
So when you jump this one and you trying to tell me that's something else, then you are in the evil
of course.
side.
Yeah, I believe that too.
And also, I used to say, because it's like it's a lot of manipulation in these religions.
Yeah.
Even like this going, you heard about this going Mecca, right? You heard about that? People go to Mecca.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah. So, some people, they want even to borrow money, and then go, just because if you look at like a 50%, I don't say 50%, but I know many, they just want to go there, that people hear that you have been to Mecca. But you think now to Mecca now, you think now you have been meeting God now, and then, or you think now everything you have done, because that is like the thinking according to what I heard. Now everything you have done, bad things, all your evil things, maybe you have been killing people, maybe you have been, because even to kill, when you take somebody like a property and it's like you destroy all his life, then it's like better you kill even better than, because then you don't need to suffer. But even you cause somebody suffer rest of his life, that is like, for me, like you killing somebody every day.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Even you kill like a physical direct at once, then it's just once.
Oh, you're causing the person to keep on suffering.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If like you're causing somebody destroy that person's life, that as long that person who are suffering, for me it's like you are killing somebody every day. Every day you're killing one. Because it's better even you kill that person physically just at once, then you cause that person suffer the rest of his life. And as you know, think now, is there a lot of things, problems we human have in here, and then still we use God to say, just God, yes, this is supposed to happen. And now we come where I was telling you, because now we was discussing about this part 1.
Yeah.
And the part 2 now is that everything they say, like you suffer, they say this is God. God will have to be like that. Someone maybe go kill your child or one of your family, and then they say, okay, yeah, this just forgive. This is what God will say. This will happen. Someone go destroy, eat your money, fool you, double cross you, and then they say, okay, this is God say. This kind of things also for me is confusing me too much, because you say God, and it's a human himself coming and do it. As you say, when the human have done it, and then God himself, he punished that person. Then if it was God, then why God he should come and punish that person again? This one also I confused, because everything they say is God. I don't understand, because I think if it's God, then for me everything, then I have to blame God in that case. But now this is a human coming and double crossing me or destroy something to me or cause me, bad things. And it was this is a person. But now I say, this was God. This one also, I'm really confused there, because still it's like we human how we doing and using God. So what do you think about that?
I think this is still when we is among the cause and effect,
Yeah.
Because when we say God can take life too,
yeah,
even though the way he did, maybe it can cause through human being,
yeah,
but we still have to, when something, let's say if an evil person do something to me, you understand me?
yeah,
Like that's why we say if it must happen that day, my life is taken. Well, I just have to accept that my life was taken that day. But it doesn't make that person who does it is not guilty. He's still guilty because he's the one who went and did it still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just that when we're talking about universe-wise, that you were there at that moment,
Yeah.
That's why it happens that maybe that's why your life was taken away, So we cannot say that, it's God. But we can say in a universe way that you were in that particular day, it happened that day that your life was taken. But it doesn't say that it's not that person's fault, because it's his fault still.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who go and do the havoc. Because he is to, if he wants, he's not supposed to do it. But why did he go and did it?
Yeah.
So it's still his fault too. You know what I mean? So we don't have to, nobody should fool nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's not his fault. You know what I mean? That's why I don't believe in those kind of things. Somebody said that, you got God.
You see? Then in that case, we are very close to the fact now. And then now the question is that this God have been planning everything about you from the day He created you, from the day you born until you return back. If you need the time to return back, and God have been putting all the plan. That one make it, as I told you, confusing with the part number 1, the first. So what do you think about that?
That's a good one.
It's a good one, huh? Yeah, that one is a really good one because I used to discuss with people and most of the time many they give me different. Everyone I ask I give and then I say yeah is a problem there because otherwise if it's like people know at least when you ask one maybe the second or the third one say the same thing like the first one said. But everyone you ask give you different answer. Then I will say is a problem there.
But you know, if I want to say what I believe, you know, what my thought is, you know what I'm saying. Of course, maybe, probably, of course, God have a plan for you, but it doesn't stop you it doesn't stop you as an individual to take action for your life, you know, to make action for yourself, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if of course, if say God have plan for you, you are it's through you those. While it's true you have to charge yourself to make things happen. Then maybe God gonna give you some ideas to say, oh, do this then, you know what I mean? Then you charge to do that, you know what I mean? But if somebody say God have a plan for you and you just stay there and sit there, nothing happen, you don't take action, then you just fooling yourself too to think that, oh, I'm waiting for God's things, you know what I mean? That's you'll be waiting like how did you say? How is it? Is this? I don't know how to say this shit. You will be waiting in vain. You'll be waiting in vain because you thinking that something's gonna happen while it will not happen because you thinking that something's gonna come down and say do this, do that. You know what I mean? You are the one who has to take it. That's why your destiny is in your hand. You have to take charge. You know what I mean? If you really, that's what I'm saying to you. Like we're saying, if you really love yourself. You will not see yourself. You don't want to suffer because you strive to survive. You know what I mean? But somebody that's even though God have His plan for you, while you are striving, then God is helping you in your way. You know what I mean? In a spiritual way. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it.
How you understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like for you, you said that it's like then in that case it's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody can come and say that God have a plan for you, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if of course God have a plan for me. So should I just sit there and wait for the plan?
You see. Then if he plan for you, then you have to sit there and wait for the plan. So before you go somewhere, then you don't know how to find you.
I tell you, man. If I just sit there and wait for the plan, I'll be sitting forever.
Yeah, no, but you never know because it's God. The wait for it. Might be someone will just come from nowhere and bring you a bag of money.
Hey man, that would be a good plan if that day happen, you know what I mean? Somebody just come and bring me, then I don't have to suffer, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, people fool people, I don't know.
I tell you, man. So, and so now then you are not agree that like God have been planning everything from you start zero to the end.
I believe, like, you know, God has His plan for you because, you know, has planned. But you are the motor to start. You understand? And then while you are striving every day, then how the universe drive us is according to God's plan, because certain times what you plan for yourself is not gonna work. So then another things because if you're trying to do certain things, you have an idea and you try